Stop working yourself to death for that company. I know how hard you're working. I know how much effort you are putting in every single day. Every single day you're going to work. You're coming home. You're studying at night. Trying to take care of your kids, take care of your family. Trying to still be the best that you can to take care of everything. I know. I know you're doing your best you can do in your job. You're taking on extra work. You're working extra hours. You're trying to get that degree so that you can get an extra bump in pay, to get an extra higher up position. You're doing everything in your power to get to that next level. I know. I know how it is. I know exactly how you feel. But what I hate to tell you is that it's leading to a dead end. And it's better to realize it now than wait 9 years like I did. Stop telling yourself, if I just work extra hard, if I work even harder, if I put even more hours, I'm only working 60 hours, maybe if I work 75, 80 hours a week. Maybe if I get another job, maybe if I work Uber in the nighttime after my job and after my degree, I've got a couple hours. That's not the right way, and you're not leading to wealth. It's just a dead end. It's just a way to work in the system and keep surviving. I know because I did it for 9 years. When I first started off, I believed this lie that if I work super duper hard, if I put all my effort in, if I get a degree, and if I have a 401k and I even work some side jobs whenever I have time, I will eventually become financially free. I'll eventually have a couple houses and the trucks that I want and the vehicles that I want. Be able to buy everything my wife wants and needs, buy all the stuff for my kids, go on vacations. But it all was a freaking lie. I worked my butt off to get to the top, sacrificing so much family time, so many vacations because we never had the money. It was never there. Something was always breaking down, something was always falling apart. While we have lived a good life, we've only been surviving. Living with $1,500 to $2,000 in your savings account is only a car crash away from going broke. And that's not acceptable by any means. But yet we work our butts off morning and night just to save $100 a month. And that can all go away with one accident or one emergency in the hospital. And that's what happened to me. I worked my butt off. I got the degree. I got a bump up because of that degree. Without it, I would have been in the same position forever. But I got the degree. I took all these extra courses. I did all the extra stuff that the managers and supervisors told me to do. Everything they put in front of me. I did it. I got it done. And I got myself to the top. I'm the supervisor now. And yet I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. A year comes along and all of a sudden your kids have all these emergencies in the hospital and you got to get eye surgeries and things are happening with your spouse and things are breaking in the new house that you bought. Even though it's a good house and we got a good car and we're living a good enough life, it's not to the level that we deserve with the effort that we put in. This life is built to make us so abundant, but if you focus on the wrong things, on the wrong path, you will go in the wrong direction. And that's what I did. I went in the wrong direction believing it was right because so many people had told me that. So many people had told me if you just put your head down and you go for it and you do the best you can, you'll live a really great life and eventually maybe you'll be financially free. Maybe. Keyword maybe. And so I did it. I didn't want to start a business because I just didn't think I was good enough or I was adequate enough. So I figured if I put my head down and I really went for it with every ounce of energy, I was going to become financially free one day. And it was just a lie leading to a dead end only helping me survive at a higher level. Now, people could tell me, hey, you just need to be grateful. You just need to be happy that you have a good job. You just need to be happy that you have a job. Other people don't. Joe Blow down the street or across the city or in another state or another country, he doesn't have a job. So you should be happy. This other person doesn't have a house, so you should be happy. You should be joyful with the things that you have and stop complaining. Just sit down, shut up and be happy. But I'm not. I don't like living with a cap on myself. I don't like living to the ability that I can't give more. We should live a life that we make so much money that we can just give it away and not care. That we can go around spending our time helping others build up their lives, helping others build up their mentalities, helping others just improve this world. The governments are not going to do it. So we have to do it. We have to stand up. We have to put in the effort, but in the right, correct direction, or else we just lead to a dead end and we keep hitting our head against the wall, doing the same repetition, the same exact routine that's not working for us. Yeah, you get in a good enough job and it's comfortable and it's like, ooh, I'm safe and I don't want to take any more risks because what if I lose the job? I've never made this much money before, so I should just be quiet and just be happy with it. But if there's something in you like there is in me, you know there's something more and you don't like to have a cap on yourself that you can never go past. You love to continue to excel and excel and excel. It feels amazing and you know that there's more that you can do and more that you can give. And that's not in a 9 to 5 job. I didn't want to start a business when I was younger because a lot of things people told me they had failed at their businesses, or hey, you have to, if you start a business, you have to sacrifice your whole life and all your freedoms and all your happiness, and you get paid well, but you just have to sacrifice so much. And it's like, I've already sacrificed everything. I sacrificed everything in hopes of becoming financially free, and I'm not. All the risks that I took was a risk on getting a degree, getting some money, trying to build up my bank account, trying to put a little extra money in the 401k, and it never, ever worked. That's what I don't want for you. I don't want you to suffer the same pathetic pains that I had to go through. With the same level of effort that I put into these last 9 years of building myself up, working 78 to 80 hours a week, from working during the day, studying at night, trying to just improve myself, improve myself, improve myself. All of that effort was for a degree that I only remember 5% of, and a piece of paper that gave me a $10,000 a year raise. Fantastic. I'm still broke. Because half of that check goes to taxes, and the rest just vanished because we have all these emergencies that just pop up no matter what. Life is going to hit no matter what. And if you're not wealthy enough to take care of it and not worry about it, it becomes a worry constantly. I would rather worry about how I'm going to get my next sale or how I'm going to scale my business than how the heck am I going to pay this hospital bill for my son. I never want to have that worry again for my sons, for myself. And I don't want you to have that pain. I don't want you to suffer that. I want you to have true freedom. That you can go wherever you want, buy whatever you want, spoil your spouse, go on vacations, and still give back to your communities, still help people, still improve this world. But you're putting in the effort, you're working your butt off. It's the same exact thing, just in a different direction. And you don't have to worry about retiring when you're 67. You might be able to retire when you're 60, 55, 50, 45. You build your business up and sell it. You are 10 times more free to do whatever you want, to help whoever you want, to provide the greatest life possible for your kids. Not hope that, hey, I really hope that our kids are really smart and get an IT job and get a good pay. Or I hope they make it to the NFL and make enough money so they can be financially free. I'm going to dump a whole bunch of money into them in hopes that they do it. Stop hoping that your kids are going to get better and you get better. You improve first and let them follow the path. If they go to the sports, if they do whatever they want and they choose that path, great. But at least they learned how to be financially free from you. You were able to go through all the hard pains, the growing pains, the starting the business, and teach them on the way. So by the time they're in their teens or in their 20s, they've learned the failures. So they are 10 times more set up for the rest of their lives. That is true freedom for them. That is true freedom for you because you get to teach them, you get to learn, you get to set yourself free completely. Now, I work during the day, and instead of studying as for school at night, I listen to podcasts, I listen to speeches, I listen how to become wealthy, how to invest, how to teach others, how to grow a business. I'm growing my own businesses. I'm working with my wife. She's growing her businesses. And it has been the most relaxing times in our life, even though we're stressed out about businesses. We're stressed out about investing money into our future because it is hard, but it is 10 times easier knowing the payout than just hoping that if I work a little bit harder, maybe I'll get a raise next year. Now I know if I work a little bit harder, I'm going to get more money in the future. This is already a destined path. And many people will say, yeah, but a lot of people started businesses and they all failed. Many of them started their businesses and they failed because they didn't know the next steps or they got stuck as a business operator and not a business owner. That means they got stuck in doing everything because they didn't trust that somebody could do it better than them. Or they got a bad manager, so they had to fire the manager and do that part of themselves. And they had to operate the finances, and they had to operate the front desk, and they had to do everything else. They got stuck as the operator instead of taking a step back, hiring the right people for the right positions, being the owner, and telling everybody what to do. And focusing on the bigger picture, focusing on growing the company, focusing on expanding to new states or new cities. Many of them get stuck because they don't know how to operate fully. They don't know how to back up. They don't know how to get employees or hire the right employees. They don't know finances. They don't know how to scale or to improve. And they got to a certain point that they couldn't take it anymore. Or they invested too much and they took way too much risk by just buying the wrong things. And then they had an overload of surplus that they couldn't get rid of. There are so many things, and to sit there and compare ourselves to, well, they failed and they were pretty smart, so I can't do it. That's a load of crap. You are not them, and you can do amazing things, especially if you feel what I feel. You have skills inside of you that have been barking at you, saying, you could start a business. You could do this. Your cousin said they want to start this business, and you know something of what they're doing is wrong, and that if they just corrected that, they would be better. You have these thoughts constantly. I could do that business. I could do that. I could probably do that. I could grow this. I could grow that. You need to listen to that voice. You need to go after it. And don't let go because it is your financial freedom forever. It is your retirement at 55 years old. Nobody should be retiring at 67 hoping that they get to retire off of Social Security and 401k. That's not enough in today's world. And there's so many resources, there's so many possibilities that everyone should be a millionaire. Everyone could be a millionaire. That's going to be the new middle class. And if you're not going for it, you're going to get left behind. The millionaire status is going to be the new middle class. The billionaire status is going to be the upper class. Just like it's always been in other countries. I know this is hard. I know it's hard to hear because I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to listen. I wanted to believe that what I was doing was the path, was the right way. I didn't want to start a business. I didn't want to do that. But it took horrible situations for me to back up and say, what the hell am I doing? I know I can do better. I know I'm worth more. And I know the company's not going to pay me more. That's not their responsibility. Their responsibility is to hire you and pay you what you're worth and pay you what they can. And if you think you're worth more, then go out and get what you're worth. Just like the Rocky movie. You don't tell the company you need to pay me more because or else. Or else what? The company hired us to do a job, we do the job. You want more money? Start your own business and make what you're worth. Get what you're worth. Because you are worth a lot. If you're willing to put in all the extra effort, work overtime, and do all this stuff, you deserve that freedom. The universe, God, is willing to give you all of it, but you just have to do a path switch. You got to pivot. Don't focus on your job. Focus on your self-improvement. You do your job during your hours of the job. And then after that, you focus on yourself and you improve yourself and you find your financial freedom for you and your family. My mission, my goal is to help all of you, every single person that I can talk with, every single person that I can meet, to break their chains that are holding them back. So many of us have the chain of, I can't do that. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough to run a business. I'm not smart enough to invest. I'm not good enough to invest into real estate. I don't even know what that is. Or I'm too scared to start that. That's really scary. That's really risky. Those are chains holding your potential back from the amazing person that's waiting inside. You are the person holding the chains, holding your potential back. And your potential wants to break out every single day. It is telling you what you can do, and you're holding it back because you're afraid. You're holding back because things that you've been conditioned into your brain of you shouldn't take risks, you should fear failure, you should fear going big, and you should only go small. You should fear doing all these things. You should just be happy with your job. It's good enough. Just be happy. Why can't you just be happy? Don't be happy with good enough. Be happy with fantastic. Be happy with that is beyond great. Because that's what you deserve. We all deserve that. And I want to help all of you achieve ultimate wealth, to have financial freedom, to not worry, oh my gosh, the government's gonna raise medical bills, or oh my gosh, taxes are so high, or inflation is so high. Screw that crap. Who cares? Prices are gonna go up and go down all the time. What's important is you are growing your net worth. You are growing what you're worth. You're getting more money every single year. 50,000, 100,000, 500,000, a million, 2 million, 20 million, 100 million. Those numbers are possible. They are extremely possible for everyone. But not everyone is willing to take the risk. Not everyone is geared towards that because we have been instilled with so much fear that we end up being the only one holding our chains back, and all we have to do is let go or break those chains and take a step back and see what's possible. See what we are capable of. You have a leader inside of you. You have a business owner inside of you that's ready to go. It just needs to be taught and just needs to be geared in the right path. And there are so many opportunities out there. Whether you want to go to Airbnb, real estate investments, whether you want to buy a business that's willing to be sold for $1. There's businesses out there that are failing and they just want to get rid of it. You can literally go take it and become the business owner. There are so many opportunities out there where you could go from zero to 5, 10, hundreds of millions in 5, 10, 20 years. And that is 10 times better than hoping for $1 million in your 401k in 40 years. I want to set you all free from what you're holding yourselves back from and what's been conditioned in your minds since birth. And I want to help you all become wealthy because you all deserve it. Every single person deserves to be great if they're willing to go after it. If you're not willing to go after it, well, I can't help you there. But if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to do great things, I want to see you succeed. I want to see you become wealthy. and I want to shake your hand. I want to be there by the side of you and excel to the freaking moon. Let's go. Let's do amazing things. Let's grow ourselves. And as we grow and as we get more money, we don't do it for our pride. We do it for the ability to impact more lives. The more money I get, the more money I want to give. So let's do it together. Let's impact thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of lives. Let's make groups where we get to team up together, where we all get to sit down and say, hey, what crap in the world can we fix? What bad situation in Africa can we fix? What bad situation in Louisiana can we fix? What bad situation in New York, in Canada, in Hawaii? Oh, they just had a volcano blow up half of Hawaii. Hey, let's go see how we can help. And you have those huge connections, groups everywhere all around the world that we can team up and make amazing things happen and not be limited or capped by a certain amount of money. To not say, well, I can give you $1. No. To be able to say, I can give 100,000. I can give 1,000,000. Where else can I help? That's true freedom. Not sitting behind a desk hoping that you're going to be wealthy enough one day, hoping that you can retire at 67 with enough money, which you're not going to be able to, because inflation is going up too high, house prices, everything's going up. By the time you retire with a 401k, $2 million in there, it's not going to be enough to last even 10 to 15 years. You need to do something else. There's so much out there for you, and I want to be there for you. I want to help you. If you have any comments, if you like this video, please like it. Please share it. Let's make the world wealthy. Let's improve everybody's life that we possibly can, and not be limited by borders, not be limited by countries, not be limited by states. We help each other grow around the world and make a freaking difference. I love people like Mr. Beast or Simon Squibb, Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, Dan Martell. These guys are making huge impacts around the world, changing hundreds of thousands of lives, and I want to join. We should all be joining. We should all be helping each other. We should all be making a difference. Share this video. Let's make it go viral. Share it to somebody or do something to improve your life. If you don't know where to go, if you don't know what to do, if you don't know where to go, if you don't know what to do, if you don't know where to start, then reach out, comment to me, DM me, find me on Instagram, Original Gordon Findlay. Message me, and we will figure out whatever we have to do to get you on the right path, to get you to the place that you need to be. Even if you have to invest some money to get there, that is 10 times more worth it than not, and staying in the same route that you're going right now, which is a dead end. You have to invest in yourself. You have to. It's so important for you. I know it's scary, and right now you're thinking, I don't even have money to invest. I get it. I was there. I found the money. I got a credit card, and I invested it in myself. I got into the business realm. I got the knowledge. I looked on Instagram for people that were knowledge-based. I followed them. I learned from them. I improved from them. And I'm continuing to do it every single day to learn how they're speaking, what they're doing, the ways they're impacting the world, how I want to be like that. We should all do that to improve our lives. I hope you'll join me in this amazing effort, and I hope you don't get stuck in your route of just working and studying, hoping that you're going to be financially free. Don't do that. Your life, your wife, your husband, your children, your future is 10 times more important than that. Your why of the reason that you want to break free is so important, and you deserve it. You deserve great wealth. Mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever. You deserve it. So if you need help, reach out. Let's make a huge difference around the world. That is my goal. I want to help people break free. I want to help people not have to go through what I went through, of going to a complete dead end and saying, why am I still living paycheck to paycheck? Why am I still worrying about my sons in the hospital? Why am I still worrying about being able to pay for a vacation this year for my family? Why are those still worries? I've worked my butt off for 9 years. I've elevated five levels. Yeah, they tell me my job, hey, you could be a manager one day. That's great. But I'm still capped out for years. In a business, in investing, you're never capped out. You go until you don't want to go anymore. And that's what everyone deserves. I hope you really liked this video. I hope you felt something. And if you did, hold on to that. Don't let it go. Keep looking into it. Look into your possibilities. Look into businesses that you've thought about. Look into how you can invest those. If you have to get a loan, if you have to do those things, look at it. Look at the risks that you could take. Calculate them. Strategize. Do whatever you have to do. Borrow some money from somebody. Not the wrong person. That could be bad. But do it. Just look into it, because you never know what's on the other side. You never know. Even if it fails, who cares? You learn from it. All the billionaires, all the multimillionaires, they had businesses that failed. Many of them even went bankrupt, but they don't care because they knew, okay, I learned. Now I can make it better. And they all made it better. That's why they're multimillionaires and billionaires, because they learned from their mistakes and they never stopped. They were relentless because they wanted to be free. They didn't want to look back. They didn't want to be trapped. They didn't want to be stuck in the streets. They didn't want to be in their homeless homes. They didn't want to be worried about paying hospital bills. They said, screw that. I'm never going back to that. I am going to make my own life. And they did. And we have to follow their footsteps, or else we're going to get lost in the snow. Don't get lost. Don't get held back by your own chains. Let them go. Break your chains and see your possibilities. Break your chains and fulfill your possibilities. Fulfill your potential and see the amazing life on the other side of the darkness that you see right now. I hope to talk to you soon. I hope you liked my video. Thank you, everyone. I look forward to making more videos and helping as many people as I possibly can around the world. Blessings to all of you. Have a great one. Bye.